So here's 10 quick facts that you never knew about the NBA. And I'm 100% positive that by the end of this video, you're gonna have learned at least one thing that you didn't already know. And if you do learn something new, you gotta subscribe. Because right now we're closing in on 100,000 subscribers. So let's make it happen. And as for this video, recently I've had a good amount of videos get demonetized and taken down because of copyright. So to try something new, I used a lot of 2K18 highlights mixed in with the regular ones, and I don't think the difference is too bad. Doing it this way was a lot easier, and it would help a lot in the future with the problems I've been having. So if it doesn't make a difference to you guys, or you even like it better, definitely comment and let me know. And I wouldn't have to use 2K clips for every video, but there are a lot of times when they'd be helpful. But if it's something that you don't like and you're not going to get used to, then comment that too and let me know so I can start working on a different fix to the problem. But with that being said, let's get into this video. Number 10. Even though LeBron James plays basketball right-handed, he's actually left-handed in pretty much everything else. He said this happened because he started out playing left-handed, but after watching his favorite players Michael Jordan and Penny Hardaway play, he wanted to play just like them, so he learned how to play right-handed instead. Number 9. The Miami Heat are the only team in NBA history to have a member of their team win the three-point shootout and the dunk contest in the same year, when Harold Miner won the dunk contest and Glenn Rice won the three-point contest. Number 8. In 1995, a 22-year-old Shaq led the Orlando Magic to the NBA Finals against the Rockets, which meant Shaq went head-to-head with Hakeem Olajuwon. But no matter what Shaq did, he just couldn't stop Hakeem, which led to the Magic getting swept and Hakeem scoring at least 30 points in every game. Shaq felt so upset, disrespected, and embarrassed that he sent this note to Olajuwon in the offseason saying, "This series may be a done deal, but it ain't over between you and me. Sure, you're pretty good at playing with your team behind you, but I want you one-on-one." So Hakeem accepted, and the event got sponsored by Taco Bell and even got its own commercial. But it got cancelled before it ever actually happened. Number 7. Here's some popular players' real names that you might not have known about. Ray Allen's real name is Walter, Stephen Del Curry's real first name is Wardell, Muggsy Bogues' first name is Tyrone, Tony Parker's real name is William, DeAndre Jordan's name is Highland, and J.R. Smith's real name is Earl. Number 6. Oscar Robertson for the longest time was known as the only player to average a triple-double for a season, which helped him become widely known as one of the top 2 or 3 point guards of all time. And even though Westbrook's done the same for the past 2 seasons, he's still not considered anywhere near as good as Oscar Robertson. And a big part of that is not only because Oscar Robertson didn't pad his stats, but because for the first 5 seasons of his career, he came within either 1 assist or 1 rebound away from averaging a triple-double with nearly 30 points a game. So realistically, the Big O almost averaged a triple-double for 5 straight seasons, which is something that a lot of people are unaware of. Number 5. Even though Carmelo Anthony is 6'8" and Shawn Kemp is 6'10" and known as one of the greatest dunkers ever, neither one of these guys has ever been able to palm a basketball. Number 4. Without the ABA, things would be a lot different in the NBA today, because it was the ABA that came up with the first ever idea of the three-point line and the dunk contest. And then when they merged with the NBA, the league took those ideas and made them into what we know and love today. I mean, it's pretty weird to think, back in the 60s when the ABA was first formed, they wanted to be in competition with the NBA, so they tried to offer a better version of a basketball game by using a three-point line, spreading the floor, and making the game go at a faster pace. And that's exactly what the NBA has come to be today. So not only did the ABA invent the three-point line and the dunk contest, but they were way ahead of their time. Number 3. After Michael Jordan retired from basketball, his number wasn't only retired by the Bulls, but it's also been retired by the Miami Heat. Pat Riley retired MJ's number out of respect, and he thought that the rest of the league should do the same. Nobody else ever did, but it still makes Michael Jordan's number 23 the only number in the NBA that's been retired for a player that never played on that team. Number 2. One of the biggest motivational stories in the basketball world is how Michael Jordan went from getting cut from his high school basketball team to becoming the greatest basketball player of all time. But it's not as motivational as you might think, because he didn't just flat out not make the basketball team. The real story is that he tried out for the varsity team when he was 5'10" in the 10th grade, and he didn't make the varsity team. Keep in mind that it's normal for most kids to play JV in 9th and 10th grade and then get moved up to varsity in 11th. and the only kid in MJ's entire school that was in the 10th grade that made the varsity team that year was his close friend who was 6'7". So instead, Mike played on the JV team and averaged over 20 points a game and put up multiple 40-point games. It's still a good story, but not as inspirational as him not having the skill to make the team at all and then becoming the GOAT. Number 1. Dikembe Mutombo was born and learned basketball in Africa, so it wasn't until he was 21 years old that he was discovered by Georgetown University and given a full scholarship to play there. And we all know that he'd go on to become an all-time great elite defender, but the only reason he originally ever moved to America to play basketball was to use that scholarship to become a doctor. And it wasn't until he had a breakout season at Georgetown that he even started considering trying to make it to the NBA. So again, don't forget to comment and let me know your thoughts on doing videos this way. Comment down below if you learned something new. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next video.